Fellas, it is October. It's the end of October, too. Halloween is just about upon us. Where am I going with this? We are going to listen to some Halloween music, and we're going to rank them on a tier list. There we go. We're going to put chat right there. All right, chat, you sit there. Be a good boy. And if you want to listen along while we rank things, the playlist is going to be in the description of this video. And if you're in chat right now, you can just put in the command, and you can get access to the playlist for yourself. Without further ado, let's start talking about some Halloween music, starting with one of Halloween's more iconic soundtracks from Ghostbusters. I will say, right off rip, it is hard to deny the power of this song. Even if it didn't have the movie affiliation with it, I think it would still be a pretty effective Halloween song with the kind of like like they're so like shaky. They've got like a little bit of dissonance and sway on them. It's also heavily overrated. I don't think it's that overrated. I think it's groovy. I think it's got some charm to it. To appease chat, we're gonna put it in B, I think. Yeah, and then I think if we find that we do need to move it up a little bit, then we'll move it up. But for now, I think B is like a perfect place for it. B for Busters. See? Easy. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think most of the standard Halloween songs are overplayed, though, because there are just like so few traditional ones that there's like 5 or 6 core ones that just get their play over and over and over again. All right, we're going to move on to another classic one, maybe one that's more on the meme side of the internet. Spooky, scary skeletons. It's got a good vibe to it. So much better. I don't know. I think this is like a perfectly average Halloween song. Middle of the road benchmark, like what a Halloween song should be. I'm gonna put it in B because I think it's close, or maybe we'll go up to A because I think it's what every Halloween song should strive to be. It's fun for the whole family. I do like this version, but I like the slightly faster, maybe more techno version. Well, it's funny you should mention that, Ember, because that leads me into my next question. Which version of Spooky Scary Skeletons do we like better? I go back and forth on this one pretty frequently. If we're going for Halloween novelty and I'm in the mood for kind of like something more traditionally spooky, I would probably go for the original. But if I had to like listen to one of these regularly, just like out of nowhere, I think I probably go for this one. Makes me want to dance with the skeletons rather than waltz. Yeah, it's a different kind. This is less like waltzing and like ballroom dancing. And this is more like getting in the mosh pit. Like, I've got a secret. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's on the tip of my lungs. Either way, I'm going to put this one, I think, in B. I don't think it works as well as specifically a Halloween song. As an own song in its own right, it's fine isolated from the holiday. I think it's creative. Now, I would like to move on to a new song now. Something that I am going to tentatively call the quintessential Halloween song of all time. Because I don't think it gets better than this. How can you not love Thriller? It is the quintessential Halloween song, as I just said. It's got the dance, it's got the howls, it's got the screams. This might be ballsy so early for the video. I think it's S. And I don't think that's crazy to say. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a matter of just like there not being like, because like you get tired of Jingle Bells, you can go listen to Deck the Halls or one of those other Christmas songs. Halloween, I feel like, doesn't have that luxury. It doesn't have an entire library of songs at its disposal. So even if it is overplayed, I would say that of most of the big songs for the holiday. We don't need to listen to all 6 minutes of the song, so let's move on to another soundtrack song. I've only seen The Nightmare Before Christmas once. Like, it took me a long time to watch this movie. but I was exposed to the song previously by Just Dance, the video game on the Wii. So I've known the song for a while. Unpopular opinion, this song fucking irritates me. It does feel a little over the top at times. I get that that's the point because it's a musical movie. It's going to be a little more theatrical than normal. While I do like the song, it is probably never my first choice. Like, this song isn't getting the cue before Ghostbusters, before Spooky Scary Skeletons, before Thriller. It just doesn't happen. It might be Halloween. It might be Halloween. We would never know. Anyways, I'm going to put this one in C, I think. We're going to move on to a bit of a weird one, but one that I think kind of fits the vibe regardless. Adam Sandler is perfect, even though I like the OG more. Yeah, full honesty, I looked for Addams Family and clicked on the first one that popped up, and it sounded good enough, so I went with it. This fits a baseball game as well. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's a cool vibe. I don't really know where I put this, because it could go in a lot of different places, and I'm a little confused on where exactly I would put it. I think it's one of the more kind of like iconic, catchy riffs of a Halloween song. Like a, da-da-da-dum. It's like, gets stuck in your head so easily, and the only other thing that I feel like really comes close is maybe like the Twilight Zone theme, but it's also incredibly brief. It doesn't really stay super long, which sort of pulls me away from it for a bit. Like, I want to be able to kind of like sing along and get it to stick around for a bit. So I think, and maybe this is a hot take, but I think I put it in C. No, maybe not. No, I think I go B. Because it's such an iconic theme of that kind of spooky, ghoulish, freaky nature, I think it kind of has to go somewhere higher up, but I don't think it can go any higher than B because it just doesn't stick around long enough. In order to populate this video a little more and make it a little longer than like 8 minutes, I took suggestions of other songs to add in from the community and some of my friends, and one of them that got suggested to me was this one. Sounds like a truck commercial. I don't know about that. I do hear a little like Arctic Monkeys in it almost. It does sound like a very kind of autumn fall song. Okay, wait, I like the harmonies. That feels kind of Halloween with how they like really swell up and then gradually kind of decline out. A lot of these normal songs that kind of have more of those like spooky elements to them, we might have to stretch in order to put them on the tier list in the first place. But I think this works. I think we get this one at least into C, if not a little higher. I'm going to make the executive decision. I'm going to throw this into C. I think those harmonies really help to kind of sway me in the right direction. And then the kind of like themes and metaphors of, oh, she's a witch, she casts spells, she flies. I think those are pretty moving and kind of inspiring of Halloween. No, yeah, no, let's be daring. Let's go B. I think there are other ones coming up that maybe won't fit as well as this one. All right, let's move on to another one that I've never heard before. Oh, wait. Nope, lied. I've heard this one plenty, and so have you. This one's just vibey. Monster Mash is just so damn vibey. And personally, you can't convince me otherwise. Overrated? Stop. Stop, dude. It's okay. You can change your mind, big dog. Wow, we got some Monster Mash haters. Wow, I wasn't expecting so much distaste against the Monster Mash. It almost reminds me of You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch in some ways, where you've got the kind of deeper voice, almost like narrator figure in the back. It's not that bad, but it's definitely no Thriller C tier. Yo, okay. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Stop the fucking cap. F tier? D? Are we so fucking for real, chat? You guys are insane. I'm putting it up in A. Next to Spooky Scary Skeletons, this is another like classic Halloween one. You guys are fucking tweaking. Holy shit. Compromise and go B. We don't negotiate here. We don't negotiate. This is a monarchy. Thank you very much. This is not a democracy. Moving on. This is the one that I was thinking of that I don't think I've heard before. Oh, no, I've heard this. Jesus Christ. When I was researching for this video, I was looking up Halloween songs because I was able to come up with like 5 of my own, and they're already all on the tier list. This one was on so many different lists. I'm starting to vibe with it. I wasn't sure at first. I think it's pretty solid. I'm with you. I don't feel like it's very Halloween. It's definitely fallen on about the same level as Eagles for me. It's got those themes, but like it doesn't have the like spooky vibes, the spooky like echoey tones. It's a little reverby actually. Yeah, I think right on the same level as Eagles in B is a perfectly appropriate place for this track. It's like the perfect bowl of porridge in the sense that you can enjoy the song as like a Halloween track, but also if you hear this song in like April, it's not going to be that bad. It's still like you wouldn't listen to This Is Halloween or Monster Mash or Ghostbusters in the springtime, right? This is something that you could listen to during those times. Let's move on then to another specifically Halloween-centric song. I like how Spotify says you'll have to guess the lyrics for this one. Call of Duty Zombies, anyone? Yeah, it's similar with that like central piano, a little bit of like synthy, almost like sounds like a theremin behind it. I personally know where I'm putting this one. All right, yeah, I'm glad that people are on the same page as me. I would even put this above Thriller personally. I don't think there's a more Halloween song than the Halloween main theme. This, alongside Thriller, is just quintessential Halloween music. It's literally called Halloween. Yeah, exactly. Like, you're not going to tell me that this one isn't a Halloween song. You ever play this song while you're trick-or-treating? Like, it changes the atmosphere completely to just, like, vibing and joking around with your friends until, like, it feels like you're on a mission. You're, like, always checking behind you. Like, okay, you're taking watch now. I'm going to get 5 minutes of sleep. And then, like, you're tagging out back and forth. I think we've said about all we need to say on Halloween. So let's move on to another song that we're kind of stretching a little bit, but... yeah, it's not one that I've always listened to all that frequently, but it absolutely fits. Like those kind of like synthy keyboards in the back feel very much like something out of Thriller or Ghostbusters. And it's also really in that kind of like creepy vein of like somebody's watching me, and it's got its own theming, but it feels like especially spooky because it's like looking behind you, like you've got that sense of like someone's watching you, someone's like stalking in. Yeah, I would definitely put this one in A tier as well. I think the way I would order it to appease chat, somebody's watching me at the top of A, and then Monster Mash, and then Spooky Scary Skeletons. I think that's a perfectly fair ranking. I didn't realize there were so many Monster Mash haters in chat. Holy shit. This was a song recommended by my friend Kate. I put a spell on you. I made a bit of an oopsie here. There's a distinct possibility that I just included the wrong version of this song, and when I say distinct possibility, I mean 100% chance that I included the wrong version of this song. So to Kate, I apologize, even though I know it will never be enough, and please don't take this too harshly. Okay, back to the video, back to the Twitch stream now. Okay, bye. See ya. Bye. I don't mind the vocals. I think they're pretty good. I think this instrumental is kind of perfect for that spooky, almost like spectral feeling. Like the really sustained string section and the very like free-flowing piano. That is a saxophone. I was getting the Halloween vibe until the saxophone came in. I would personally put it in D. I think it has the foundations to be a really moving Halloween song. It is very close. It is very close. We're almost there. Personally, the sax really pulled me out. Like, if we are talking about this solely as a Halloween song and not as anything else, I think it's a D. As its own song, I think this is like a tier song. I think this is very moving. Let's move on to a personal pick of mine, one that my girlfriend also insisted that we put into the playlist. I don't think the entire song is very consistently spooky, so I don't think, as far as Halloween songs go, this one ever makes it above like B. But there is one part of the song that I think works really well. Somehow this is even less Halloween-y than the last one. This is about the closest we get to it, and I think the live performance does it a lot more justice, But we're not talking about the live performance. We are talking about the song itself in this form that we have access to listen to on streaming. I love this song. I think it's great as its own thing. Yeah, you know, we'll actually go irrelevant. Let's get into one of the greatest TV show openings of all time. Hey, I've seen this live. Hey, me too. I think I've got a video of it still. Scooby-Doo, kind of spooky mystery vibes, hand in hand. Personally, I don't think that this is a deniable one to at least make it into A. Personally, I think I'd even put it in S, but I do think, no, I think that's a stretch. I would probably just keep it in A. Next one's Deathcore. Oh, fuck. Okay. God, I gotta like mentally prepare myself for this. Okay. Knock loose, motherfucker! Once again, still working on the lyrics. I've got a few thoughts already. A little bit both about metal and this song specifically. A good metal song is like a good hot sauce, like a good chicken wing. In the context of like a chicken wing or a hot sauce, it has to be a good balance of both flavor and spice. It can't just be like one over the other. It can't just be spicy for the sake of being spicy. And that's how I feel with metal. It can't just be aggressive for the sake of like just like screaming and being unintelligible. And that is not how I feel about this song. It feels like you've got these melodic moments. I think the guitars are great too. I personally fuck with this one. I feel like it's kind of less Halloween. I feel like I'm more going into battle, if that makes sense. I think I'd personally put that around like, I have a lot of trouble figuring out where to put this. Personally, because I get those like going to war vibes over Halloween, I think I go D, because I do still hear a little bit of it, definitely. It's just more in one vibe than another. What's next? Oh, I think Owen actually suggested this one. Another pick from The Nightmare Before Christmas, Jack's Lament. I'm really liking this so far. This immediately feels more Halloweenish than This Is Halloween, and a little less annoying and overplayed. Yeah, I'm loving the instrumental in the back of it. Fuck, pausing. We'll take a chill pill. Hey, if you're watching on YouTube, while all of my friends over here are watching some ads, now would be a great time to subscribe to the channel. It's free. You can always change your mind later, but it's one of the best ways that you can support my content. Thanks so much. I am a big fan of this. Not gonna lie. I think the instrumental track behind it especially is great, where you've got kind of like the chimes, or the glockenspiel, I guess it is. String section, a little bit of piano here and there. And having those like interjections of the trumpet in the beginning, pretty damn good. I would call this a good step up from This Is Halloween, personally. B for back, I think that's fair. I think we go B. I asked a few of my friends for songs to include. And one of those that replied was good friend of the channel, Jack. And Jack's suggestion was, and I quote, all the pumpkins in this patch song from Spookly the Square Pumpkin. And I couldn't figure out which one that was. So I clicked a random song from Spookly the Square Pumpkin. And that's what we're listening to. Oh my god. I didn't know what to expect. This wasn't it. Yeah, this is S. Literally said this wasn't the Monster Mash. Is that the criteria for it getting into S, that they literally say that it's not the Monster Mash? If that's the criteria, I'm going to be so fucking upset. Okay. I think I know the course of action we need to take. I think I'm going to move these two down to F. I'm going to put this in D, because this is objectively more Halloween than either of these two songs. It's literally just a show tune. It's just a show tune, and that is it. If they weren't constantly going to Transylvania twist, I don't know where else I could put it. So I think for me it goes in D, and we just kind of adjust our tier list a bit. This is quickly becoming one of the lists of all time. Let's move into a place that is near and dear to my heart, and is maybe near and dear to yours too. A place from my childhood that I know all too well. The Peanuts Great Pumpkin Farm. Don't need to hear the song, it's S. Holy cow. Where was this for Monster Mash? You guys are nuts. It's not the Monster Mash. Okay. Wait. No, it's not the Monster Mash. Holy shit. Thank you, Olivia. Thank you. I'm so fucking vindicated right now. Holy shit, dude. Oh my god. We're treating this shit like it's fucking Poop-Dee Scoop by Kanye West. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with A for this. I'm also gonna move Simple Plan to the top, and I'm gonna put this over Monster Mash. It's less of like that spooky, mystery, scary Halloween aspect and more like the calm. Like I picture this almost like as going through a pumpkin patch, which obviously is the fucking point of it. Or like going out to trick or treat, like as the sun is setting and the sun is catching the leaves and it's like really perfectly illuminating everything orange. Like it just feels like so colorful, but so calm at the same time. It is just so perfect for this season, for this holiday. All right, we've got 4 songs left, and there's a very solid chance that literally every single one of these ends up in the irrelevant category. Now, I'm going to come out and just say I've never been a huge Lady Gaga fan. I love her as a person. I think she shares a lot of really good messages, but I've never been too crazy about the music she puts out herself. So I haven't ever explored the song myself. I'm seeing 2 irrelevants already. This is awesome. I have a feeling we're going to be spending a lot of time in the irrelevant category. Irrelevant, but the edit potential is there. Yeah, the general consensus is irrelevant to the season, and I think I will agree with it. It feels a little too... I'm hesitant to call it irrelevant for being too dancey because we put the remix of Spooky Scary Skeletons in fucking B. Thematically, it feels a little too separated from maybe the rest of the songs on this list. Petition for a tier below irrelevant called Twilight for the Twilight song. Hold your horses. Hold your friggin' horses. I think we'll move on now. This is one that I've also never heard. It was recommended to me by my girlfriend, who absolutely loves this singer. It is a very cool vibe right off the start. I am really liking this. I do feel like it's a little too peppy and excited for Halloween. Not to say this is a bad song, because I actually am really enjoying it quite a lot, and I will probably be going back to this song in the near future. It does end up in irrelevant for me. Not enough Transylvania Twist. Holy fuck. It's got kind of like the themes in the lyrics of, you know, eat my heart out, my zombie lady, but it just doesn't do much else besides that. I'm a little afraid to say that I think the next one is going to be like that too, and I say afraid because God, I love this song so much. Okay, let's run it. I think the first verse really has it. Like, they focus on the maybe the vampire part. Gets real horny in the second chorus. But I do think it is distinctly more Halloween than the other ones in Irrelevant. I think Doc is completely hitting the nail on the head with that. Top of Irrelevant or Dear F. I'm going to personally put it in D next to fucking Spookly the Square Pumpkin. Oh my god, Arrows in Action, I'm so sorry. Question though, is Cheekbones more or less Halloween-y than Spookly the Square Pumpkin Transylvania Twist? That's what we need to answer right now if we're putting it in D. What's the chat consensus? No? I think I agree with you, Doc. I do think that Spookly the Square Pumpkin Transylvania Twist is a little more spooky than Cheekbones. And just like that, we've got one more song to talk about before we close things out. The one, the only, Miss Hayley Williams. As much as I love Paramore, it's still Twilight. Yeah, those fit for the Halloween season. You know what? You're actually kind of cooking, Ember. If we factor out Twilight completely, the argument no longer works. So how do we rank this? Do we make its own category? As much as I think it's a disservice, I think with that argument that we just made, I think we put it in F. Because it has that attachment. Put it all above them in the... You know what, actually? Literally just Paramore and Heart. There it is. Oh, that's funny. Now I'm putting an F. It works because it's from Twilight, and that's literally the only reason it counts for anything at all. Read it and weep, folks. Look at the tier list in all its glory. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, come be a part of the channel. Discord server is linked in the description. And I'm also going to link this tier list and this playlist in the description. So if you want to make this for yourself, go for it. Send your own tier list into the Discord server. And, hello.
Don't you notice how